I want to thank Jennifer Jones Austin, our Board of Corrections Chair, for her leadership, and also the tremendous leadership of Vice Chair Stanley Richards, a man who has an extraordinary story, and it's an inspiring story, and who also serves as Executive Vice President of the Fortune Society. If you spend time with Stanley, you hear immediately why redemption should be our approach, because here is an extraordinary man who went through his own challenges, and his achievements prove to us why we should remember to hear and respect and redeem every one of our fellow New Yorkers. Here to talk to you about this new plan that will end solitary confinement once and for all, my pleasure to introduce Stanley Richards.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor, and thank you. As an African-American man, a family man, a husband, a grandfather, a formerly incarcerated person, today marks a major milestone in our pursuit of a more safe, fair, and humane system. We are at the point in New York City where we could lead the nation in showing that it doesn't take brutality, it doesn't take harm, it doesn't take hurt to start healing. We can heal from the inside out. And the rule package that the Board of Corrections is putting together today is a way to change the department's response to violence by prioritizing safety and support for all, providing an environment where behavior change is both possible and rewarded. This rule eliminates solitary confinement in New York City and will govern the use of restrictive housing in response to violence across the jail system. It aims to do a couple of things. First, to define separation and ensure that it is not indefinite. It aims to ensure that people will be held accountable in a system that is based on swift, certain, and fair principles. That individuals will have a due process hearing and their punishment, including the amount of time, defined and expectations made clear and achievable. It aims to ensure that people will be provided with the support they need to successfully re-enter the general population and eventually their community. And finally, it aims to ensure transparency for all. Staff and people in custody must understand and buy into the core principles of this system. It will be critical for the goals, principles, and expectations to be clearly communicated to people in custody before and after any incident. So I stand with you today, Mayor de Blasio, and with the City Council, who have been calling on a smaller and fairer system, to say that today marks a major milestone in that process. And I look forward to hearing from advocates, community members, loved ones about what we're proposing, because this is not the end. This is the beginning of the process. And I want to thank you, Mayor de Blasio, for taking the leadership and to calling on this city to do better when it comes to mass incarceration and criminal justice, to do better for our communities who are disproportionately impacted by mass incarceration. And I stand ready to work with you, the City Council, the Board of Corrections, and the many community members who have been impacted by mass incarceration to make the changes necessary to lead the nation in a way forward for a smaller and more fairer system.
Thank you so much, Stanley. And Stanley, I really appreciate all the work you put into this, and I appreciate just your lifelong commitment to changing what's wrong and to helping people find their way forward. It's absolutely outstanding, and I know in the work you do at the Fortune Society, every day you see those inspiring stories as someone who finds the right path, and I know you're shepherding a lot of people on that path, so thank you so much for all you do. Everyone,
thank you.
Thank you.